I've played RuneScape since 2004, so it's safe to say that I spent a long time on this game. I've taken on tons of different challenges that this game has to offer too, like the Inferno, the Colosseum, and Blood Torva. But I've never taken on the absolute hardest challenges that this game has to offer until now. I've decided that I want to become a Grandmaster of RuneScape by completing every combat achievement task this game has to offer. I actually decided to go for this kind of recently when I was grinding out 99 Slayers, so I have somewhat of a head start, but we still have a long way to go. I did end up completing every Inferno task in that 99 Slayer video on the main channel, so we have that entirely done. What I didn't show you in that video is me completing every single possible combat achievement from all the Slayer bosses, so I would have a head start and not have to do those. One of my first tasks to sort of ease my way into doing perfect kill tasks was the Perfect Araxxor 1 and 2 task, where you're not allowed to get hit by anything in Araxxor. And in addition, you have to kill Araxxor in his enraged phase without hitting him once. This is like my first real perfection task, to be honest. And I'm not necessarily, very clean at him yet, but like I gotta imagine by the end of this that I should be able to come out a better PVMer. So this is the easy part of the CA. You just destroy this guy right here, but I have to avoid the Araxxor that is going to blow up. I also have to avoid that auto right there, which that one is next. And then I have to make sure I avoid the ranged hit from the mini Araxxor as well as the Araxxite. Here is the little explodey one. Run out of range. There we go. And now for the range one, you kind of have to back up, although I already brought this into enrage phase, so I actually should be fine at this point. I also have to just make sure I don't walk into poison and I let him perpetually hit himself like this. Okay, this is the last part. I gotta make sure I don't blow up from this fella. Okay, that's it. That should be it right there. Come on. Perfect Araxxor 1 and 2. Beautiful. I still do have a few more CAs to complete here, but the rest of them are not going to be hard. The combat achievement I'm going for right now is the Araxxor Speedrunner, which I basically just have to kill Araxxor 6 times in 10 minutes, which is honestly very easy. Yeah, that's honestly a very easy task. That is the Araxxor Speedrunner Grandmaster task done. I mean, it's really not one to, like, write home about. I do have to kill Araxxor 10 times without leaving, which I also am just going to do in this inventory. I ended up running out of supplies and had to do this in another inventory, but the thing is, this is, again, not really a hard CA. Not every combat achievement is going to be made evenly. So it's not like I'm going to be spending tons of time on every single combat achievement. Basically, the important ones is what I want to show you. There we go. 75 Araxxor. That is every single combat task done at Araxxor. Honestly, a very fun boss, by the way. Like, a very well-designed boss. Oh my god. Wait a minute. That is... I forget which one that is. That goes... Oh, it's a Noxious Halberd. Up next is the Alchemical Hydra, and to be honest, the majority of these combat achievement tasks are really not that hard, all except for one, No Pressure. For that task, you have to stay below 10 HP using Darox the entire fight, and you can get one shot at any point in time if you don't know what you're doing. So, that's going to be the one I show you. The best way to do this is by being 1 HP to start, and then tick eating when you walk in to make sure that you don't die to the wrong prayer. Like that. So now I know he's ranging. Now I'm dragging him over the vent. Now I run. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be a pain in the ass, dude. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. So, you basically have to deal 1100 damage to this guy on 1 HP for this entire fight. So you can see how it's, there is at least some pressure for this task, huh? So, now, we wait for the lightning to be shot out. Lightning gets shot out. And then we trap the lightning. Wait for everything else to dissipate. Now we run over here. It chases me, but it should run out. There we go. That is the next phase dealt with. Have to do this again. That's fine though. And now for phase 3, which I should just be fine right here until the last phase. Come on, just kill him. Oh my gosh, there it is. Let's go, dude. No pressure. It's probably stupid to be honest, but like I like doing a lot of the difficult tasks up front after like basically learning very, very basic mechanics of the boss, because I feel like it kind of forces me to get better. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to sit there and do this task after like 100. I want to kind of just get it done. The funny thing about speedrun tasks in general, aside from the fact that they don't really feel like, you know, anything amazing. Oh, I got a natty right there. Ooh. Okay, this is actually potentially going to be, you know, a good run. This could be the time. What I was saying, though, is it's kind of weird. Like, all the different speedrun times across, like, all the different monsters that you can do. Some of them are, like, actually really easy to get, and some of them are actually very difficult to get. As far as the alchemical Hydra goes, like, you really don't have to get all that lucky, you know, going for the speed time, since you'll basically just hit it pretty quick. Like, I'm pretty sure that right now, this is going to be the time. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if that wasn't. I hit him like a truck, especially getting the natty ZCB hit, the 110. There it is. Yep. Oh, look at that. Alchemical Hydra heads. My first rare. Okay. That could actually be good. Hydra's Eye. Oh, wait. It's part of like the ring, I think? Yeah, it's part of the brimstone ring. Yeah, it's kind of ass. Bang. Wait, no, don't I hate that? Oh yeah, no, I hate that. That's part of the ring. I hate that. Ooh, a Hydra tail, which is also a completely terrible drop. That's only worth about 90k. That is every single alchemical Hydra task done. We are entirely done with this Slayer boss. We're actually done at this point with every single Slayer boss combat achievement. Up next, I would like to entirely finish off Kree'arra, since there is about like maybe 7-ish combat achievements from this guy. I think the hardest one for me is going to be Feather Hunter, where I have to kill Kree'arra 30 times without leaving a private instance. So naturally, that's the one I want to get done and out of the way first, despite the fact I don't even fully understand the method on how to kill Kree'arra yet efficiently, you know, for 30 kills, but we're going to just try it. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Okay, yeah, maybe I look up how to do this correctly, dude. That was so stupid. What am I doing? I am going to try to do the Swoop No More task, where I basically have to take no melee damage from the boss or the bodyguards. Oh. Okay, admittedly, I did not even do much to get that task, so I kind of just lucked into that one. Again, not every task is really made equal. You are so loud, Kree'arra. Not every task is made equal, so it's not really worth showing all of them. Like that one right there, I just had to finish off all the bodyguards. There we go, and that is 30 kills without leaving the instance. Overall, a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I've completed every single task from here except the worst range weapon task, where I just have to kill him with a salamander. So I'm just going to do that. For the record, this is like the slowest task possible. And I already accidentally failed it when I was like halfway through the kill, because I forgot to disable my echo boots. Like the bounce off damage from that. Yeah. Well, that is Kree'arra done, but I do have to say that they were not lying. That is the worst ranged weapon I used here. Up next, I want to do all of these Zulrah CAs, which funny enough, I already have like 1100 KC here because I just did this boss a long time ago. But we're going to start this off by going for the speed time, and overall, we should actually get through these CAs very quickly. Yeah, this time is just kind of a joke, I think. I think that was it. I think that was legit already it, yeah. 46 seconds. That is just the easiest time in the world. Why did I think this was going to be anything other than that, dude? I don't know why I did. I got the perfect Zulrah. I didn't even pray. How did I get the I literally didn't even overhead pray. What are you talking about, perfect Zulrah, bro? Really, really easy task. Just kill 3 snakes in one. And now for the final task, we just use a vengeance and kill Zulrah with it. There we go, snake rebound. Up next, we have the Amoxliatl, which has 9 combat tasks in total, but you can tell by the fact that there's really only like elite tier combat achievements that it's gonna be a really easy boss overall. So here's the thing, I'm definitely gonna have to do like resets just to make sure I kill the Amoxliatl in under 30 seconds. But like, I really don't believe that this is going to be like all that hard. Like, this is like kind of a freebie. Oh, there we go. Okay. We now have the chance to get the speed time of killing this guy in under 30 seconds. Okay. That's not it? 31 seconds? Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Now we're on for it. There it is, dude. Oh, Glacial to the new weapon. I'm gonna do the combat achievement where you just aren't supposed to lose any prayer points, and I think that kind of wants you to just not use prayer at all, but you can just prayer flick it, so I'm just gonna do that. There we go, without Ralos' light. And this is the last kill here overall. I did the one where you just kill the Amoxliatl or whatever without leaving the lair, you know, for 10 kills, and that is the final kill. So let's move on. There's actually 2 tasks that I need to get here done, and that is the first one. It's basically the perfection task, but it's literally a medium tier task, so it's not hard to get. It's the point. Actually, I don't know what I was saying. It turns out I had to do all tasks, but there's literally only 4 tasks here. Just kill count, and then kill with mage, and then the perfection. So let's move on. Up next, we have all of the Moons of Peril combat achievements, which again aren't hard, but to get Grandmaster, you need to complete every single achievement in this game. So we're just gonna go ahead and quickly get all these done. What would technically be considered like probably the hardest CA here is actually going to be the easiest CA thanks to the Soul Reaper axe and the Eclipse Moon, because for this phase you can just basically get non-stop free hits on him, and the idea is you have to kill him before he starts a second special attack, which again we are just completely tearing through him. And there it is. Well, I failed Betrayal, but I don't care because I got High Hitter and Fortified. Another easy CA done. That is Betrayal, where I have to just basically kill a moon with its own weapon that it gave me. Plus, I also got the speed times too, because let's be real, I'm in max. This is another CA where you have to kill the Eclipse entirely in its clone phase, which, you know, it's not going to be hard. This is like the best phase in the entirety of Moons of Peril. See? Nice and simple. I also have failed back to roots because I don't have a dragon scimitar on me. But I'll go do that now. And that is the dragon scimitar only run right there. So now at this point, I just have Fat of the Land where I just can't leave here for 30 kills total. Oh, got an item. And it's like probably the worst one. Actually, no, I think this is worse, but it's not a great item. Oh, great. Another crap item. I actually misspoke. I need a total of 25 KC from here, but that is Fat of the Land done, and I just have to get the KC. Oh my god. Another item. Okay. I mean, it's not that bad. Here we go. The CAs have been completed. That is every CA here. We never have to return on this account. We have a total of 5 Sarachnis CAs that I need to do. All of them are going to be easy, but, you know, it's kind of making me start to crave going for like kind of difficult CAs, you know what I mean? I would say this is probably the hardest task here, which is the perfection. You just don't get dealt damage by anything, but like I literally didn't even do anything for it. I just didn't get damaged and I prayed melee. Yeah, not necessarily a boss to write home about, you know, at all, to be honest. But, you know, it's a CA. You got to include it when you're going for Grandmaster. So that is all of the Sarachnis CAs done. I literally only have one CA to do here at Scurrius, and that is kill it with a rat bone weapon. But you need to get it as a drop first, so I'm going to get that as a drop. Oh, there it is. Finally, dude. Finally, I can do the stupid CA. I've never made one of these before, so it's time to go make it. Make a bone weapon for me. Oh, you need money, dude? You fucking cheap ass. You little cheap ass. No! Well, I don't even need any of this. Here's the rat spine. We'll be taking that. Oh my god. Oh my god. How do we do this correctly? How do we do this correctly? I smith it. I smith it. I don't even talk to this D-bag. I stayed up till 2 in the morning doing this. Yeah, 1 in 33, by the way. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that it took me like an extra 80 kill count for me accidentally destroying this thing, dude. But we are done with the Scurrius CAs. So happy. That was very shameful that it took that long. It is time for Yama, and I already have a bunch of KC here at this point, so I automatically start off with the KC veteran task. And a dossier. And contract of bloody blows, which is going to help when I do go for the Radiant Oath Plate. There's 11 total CAs at Yama that you can do, but realistically, all of them are really not going to be that difficult in comparison to when I go for Radiant Oath Plate, which probably will be kind of soon. First up, we're going to do no toppings, no drinks, thanks, which is basically just defeating Yama with plain pizza. This one should honestly be an easy CA. You can do it in a duo, so I'm not really worried about it. There we go. That is Pizza Man completed. There we go. No toppings. And I also just got Firefighter. Pretty good. Oh, we also just got Oath Plate Shards. That's pretty good too. Next up, we're going to be doing the Contract Choreographer, which is just the perfection kill. So, you know, don't take damage, do all the different weird CA mechanics correctly, and, you know, should be good from there. The funny thing is there's actually a really easy way of doing this. Basically, I'm just having my friend sit there and melee him while I kill all the void flares and just repeatedly attack him. It is like a super simple way of getting this done, but kind of fun. There it is, dude. Contract Choreographer. Honestly, both of us were going for it, so it's really nice to get it done. You know, not first try, let's be real, but, you know, basically first try. After I got that one done, I decided to go for the Radiant Oath Plate armor, which I actually made a video about it on my main channel. And right there, I just got the Contractually Unbound CA, which is the only one you really need, funny enough. But obviously, I was going to get the armor. There was no chance I was giving up on that. I also did end up getting the speed time footage, although admittedly, I don't know where it is. Although, it's not that impressive. I don't think a lot of speed times in this game are impressive. There's probably only a few that genuinely are. And as you probably know, we're gonna have to go for every single one of them. Grandmaster is something I wanted to go for a long time, and I'm happy that we finally started. So if you want to see more of this, please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.